Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. I welcome you all to today's session of the daily quiz where we discuss some of the most important topics that have the potential to be asked by the UPSC in the upcoming prelims examination. Also reminding you, you have a great opportunity to take one-on-one counseling session with our experts. All that you have to do to avail that is to fill up the Google form. The link you will find in the description of this video and our expert will get in touch with you. Let's begin with the first question. Consider the following facts about Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha scheme, also known as the PM-JANMAN. Number 1. This scheme is designed for scheduled tribes excluding the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Second, this should be one rather. Second, Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha will focus on 11 critical interventions through 9 line ministries. How many of these or which of these other is correct? Now, this is one of the flagship schemes of the Government of India for the welfare of scheduled tribe population in India. The focus is to provide them the basic infrastructure that they require to improve their quality of life. That is why as many as 11 ministries will work together to provide basic critical infrastructure in the areas dominated by the scheduled tribe population. This scheme focuses on particularly vulnerable tribal groups. It's not excluding them. It is rather mainly focusing on the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. That is 76 of the tribal groups that we have in India. Second one is correct. The answer here is B. That is, this scheme will focus on 11 interventions done through 9 different ministries. This is the article in today's newspaper. Without any census data to rely on, the government now is trying hard to assess the population of the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. This is one of the reasons why many people have been demanding that census should be conducted on priority. Because without the census data, you don't have clear-cut data about the people who have to be included in certain government schemes. Question number 2. What do you understand by the term Chilla-i-Kalan? Number 1. It's a type of food mainly eaten by tribal people of Jammu and Kashmir. Second, it's a 40-day harshest winter phase period in Jammu and Kashmir. Third, it is a winter clothing worn in Jammu and Kashmir. And fourth, it is a festival enjoyed by the people of Himachal Pradesh. Now, it's an interesting question. This is actually the harshest time of the winter season in Jammu and Kashmir. This is a time, usually 35 to 40 days, where almost all the water bodies are frozen. There is no fresh water available. It is the season where people usually prefer to stay indoors and you usually do not have many economic activities. This is called Chilla-i-Kalan. Now, if you see in today's newspaper, there is an article in the Hindu newspaper about Kashmir's dry winter. As you can see, 40-day harsh winter spell called Chilla-i-Kalan. It is unusually dry weather this season because snowfall lasted only for a few days and there has been an early spring now. Next, question number 3. Consider the following statements with regards to UNSC veto. Number 1. An informal coffee club comprising 40 odd member states has been instrumental in holding back the reforms in the UN Security Council. Second, the prime movers of the club include Italy, Spain, Australia, Canada, South Korea, Argentina and Pakistan. Third, Italy and Spain are opposed to Germany's bid for Security Council's permanent membership, while Pakistan is opposed to India's bid. Now, the Coffee Club, it is informally known, is also known as Uniting for Consensus. This is a group that has been demanding or that has been speaking up against the demand for UNSC reform, especially done by the G4 countries, India, Brazil, Germany and Japan. There are multiple reasons why they are demanding, or their demand is not to have these reforms. Pakistan, which is a part of this club, is against India's bid, while European rivals of Germany, that is Spain and Italy, are against Germany's bid. The answer here is C. All 3 statements here are absolutely correct. India once again has raised questions about how long will the veto power be misused by the UN Security Council permanent members. As you know, the UN Security Council has 5 permanent members and 10 non-permanent members, where permanent members have a veto power. Means whenever they say no to a certain decision, the decision cannot go forward. Next is question number 4. What do you understand by Serengeti? Is it a geographical area in Africa? Is it the local wind of Australia? Is it the biggest copper mine of Chile? Or is it the biggest state of Canada? The answer here is it's a geographical region of Africa. This is in the news because the Hindu newspaper has carried an article today. Researchers have found out why animals such as gazelle, wild beast, Serengeti zebra, all of them follow the same migratory route. They also have found out it is dependent on the size of their body. The researchers use this data to show how balance of species interaction happens in this area. Serengeti, as you can see here, is an area that is specifically in Africa, very famous for its diverse wildlife. Next, the previous year question from 2015. With reference to Indian freedom struggle, consider the following events: the mutiny in the Royal Indian Navy, Quit India Movement launch, and the second Roundtable Conference. You have to put them in the correct chronological order. Let's see. Roundtable Conference, second one, 1931. Quit India Movement, 1942. Mutiny in the Royal Indian Navy, 1946. Not a difficult question. Just put them in chronological order, 3, 2, and 1. So this, and then this, and then this. So this is the answer. Pretty simple, easy question. That is C. Next, we have a fact of the day. Today, we want to discuss about one of our classical dances, Bharatnatyam. There is a long article in the Hindu newspaper about Bharatnatyam, how the dancers are taking up strength training to improve performance. Now, most of the classical dances that we have in India require a lot of stamina. These can be extremely physically strenuous, and it is not for the untrained professionals to take up these dances in a professional setting. A few things about Bharatnatyam that you should know. It originates from Tamil Nadu, as you know, and dates back its origin to Natya Shastra. Also, originally, it was actually a temple dance for women. It's considered that it is useful to express Hindu religious stories and devotions through this particular dance. Also, the revival of this dance at the common open public stage was only seen in the 20th century. Before this, it was not seen at the public stage usually. Also, most of the movements in the dance are accompanied by bent legs, and the feet also keep in a rhythm. Hands can also be used by the dancers for a series of mudras to tell a story for the audience. This brings us to the end of today's daily quiz session. I hope you learned something new today. Have a good day ahead. Bye-bye. Jai Hind.